Hello everyone and welcome back to Remote Only Hub, where I help you go remote and get unstuck. In this week's video, we're talking about 3 entry-level positions in the insurance field. So the first position I have for you guys today will be through Farmers Insurance, and so they do vehicle, home, life, business. They even do pet insurance. And what I like immediately about Farmers is they're making it clear that they're hiring. So we don't even have to scroll very far down the page because they have this banner right here that says Farmers is hiring. So we'll click on that. And so there's 2 different options for searching for jobs from here. You can either click on the search jobs and then you would have to filter out for remote, or you can scroll down and actually take a look at jobs in specific categories. The one we're going to look at today is in the customer service department. And so you can just scroll down from this page, and there's actually 4 different positions that are available. We'll only look at 2 today. So let's start with the customer care rep under the Farmers Workplace Solutions. So they have that little video there that you can take a look at. They also have on the right hand side here all of their different benefits that they offer. I do like that they have a 401k match. They also have some incentive programs, and then they do tuition assistance as well. But let's get right into the job description. So in this role, you will handle a high volume of inbound calls, and these will be from both internal and external customers. You'll answer questions about their insurance plan. You'll sign up customers for insurance, you'll handle renewals, cancellations, and you'll work with various departments including policy support, claims, and underwriting to assist and resolve customer concerns. You'll have to maintain an in-depth knowledge of Farmers Insurance products, plan details, and benefits so that you can properly advise customers. As far as requirements for this role, they are only requiring a high school diploma or equivalent. They do say an associate's is preferred, but it's not required. And then it does say personal lines or property and casualty license may be required for this role, but if it's required, you just have to obtain the license and complete the exams within a designated number of attempts or testing window in the states in which the license is acquired. Other than that, they just want you to have 1 or more years of general working experience providing customer support within a high volume call center type environment. And as far as pay goes for this role, they do have several states listed down here just to give you an idea of what the pay range will be, and dependent on what state you live in, you could be looking at anywhere from $17.35 an hour to $28.19 an hour if you're living in Washington, but that is on the higher end of the range. All right, so let's move on to the next role. So this next position is for the customer service representative under the Farmers Agent Services, and this role is a little bit different. Benefits are all the same. However, in this role, you'll communicate with internal and external customers about intermediate underwriting guidelines, policies, and marketing initiatives to service customer accounts. You'll utilize competencies and skills to provide a positive customer experience, and it says you'll primarily be in contact with Farmers Insurance agents, so you'll help them with system navigation, processes, and consulting to find solutions and explanations for a variety of questions. As far as training goes, you have 2 different options. One class starts on July 11th, the other starts on July 25th, and the training hours will be Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific time for 2 to 3 months, and you must be flexible to work within the department hours of Monday through Friday, 4:45 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. And while it does say you must be located within the state of Kansas or Missouri, you can ignore that. This is a fully remote role, and it does say that starting pay ranges from $16.70 to $19.50 per hour based on experience and geographic location. If you want to learn more about either of these positions, you can head on over to farmersinsurance.com and head to their careers section. But for now, we'll move on to our next company, and that will be through Liberty Mutual. So again, another insurance company, and what we'll do here is we will scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page and just hit their careers section. And then under location, we'll just go ahead and type in remote. All right, so the first role that we are looking at is a remote inside sales representative. And while they do give this salary of $55,000 to $75,000 per year, that's with commissions. So as we scroll down, you'll see the actual base salary. The only other thing I want to point out here is that while there are many other states you can look at, this one in particular is for Washington. So just know that. Again, though, they're hiring in many states, so just try and search for your state when you're looking for these particular roles. And then on some of them, they will mention that future in-office requirements may apply depending on your location. So let's take a look at the rest of the role here. So they do have an evaluation that you'll need to complete. It takes about an hour. They do ask very sales targeted type questions, and they do want you to either have previous experience in sales or have a knack for selling. And down here, we do have the base pay for this role, and that is between $45,000 to $49,000 per year. And then obviously with the commission, you'd be looking at the $55,000 to $75,000 per year. They do have uncapped monthly sales incentives. And then you can ignore this little sentence down here about state of Missouri. Whoever posted this job just didn't change that out. So again, this is for Washington, not Missouri. If you are licensed with a property and casualty insurance license, your training will be 4 months. If you're unlicensed, 4.5 months. So they will help you get that insurance license if you don't have it. So that's why this is such a great entry-level role. And then on top of that, you'll have product training, which will be 4 to 6 weeks, about 1.5 months there, and then you'll have your onboarding after that, so that's another 12 weeks or 3 months. That's where you'll get to start taking calls, and you'll get to earn commission during that time as well. And again, what I really like about this role is that it is very entry level with the potential to make really good money with sales, and they are only requiring that 1 year of experience in sales and customer service. So let's move on to the next one, a remote service insurance assistant. And the pay for this role will be between $38,000 to $39,700 per year. They say in the Small Business Service Center, we provide support to our independent agents and customers regarding their small business insurance policies. You would be working in more of an internal type capacity, working with small businesses and independent agents. They say our service insurance assistants perform various support duties, such as responding to internal and external requests regarding account information and preparing insurance documents, policy information, and files for additional handling by other associates. This position includes answering phones, processing electronic mail, and assisting customers using problem-solving skills. So a very basic role as far as customer support goes. You're not doing any sales. You're working with more small business or independent agents. The schedule for this role will be Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Their next call center class starts on Monday, July 17th. And 100% attendance is required during the entire duration of training. They do have some state restrictions down here, and they do have a bit more of a job description down here of your job duties. They do only require a high school diploma or equivalent, but other than that, they just want you to be literate with a computer, have some previous customer support experience, and a wired internet connection. So that's it for Liberty Mutual, and we'll move on to our next company. And so our next company is AAA, and they do insurance, they do roadside assistance, but they also have financial services, they have a little bit in travel, so they do all kinds of different things, but what they are most popularly known for, I would say, is that emergency roadside assistance. So from their careers page here, there are a few different roles that we'll look at today. Customer support position in the emergency roadside service, and then also a part-time position for the emergency roadside service as well. So in this role, obviously you'll be offering support to those that are stranded on the side of the road as that emergency roadside service. You'll be helping to dispatch like a tow truck to come help that customer. They do have a fully paid training beginning Thursday, July 13th. The hours of that training will be from 10 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time or 9 a.m. to 5:30 in the Central Standard Time. This is a part-time position. The pay for this position is $19 per hour with shift premium for evening and weekends. They do offer a 401k match, $250 for an attendance bonus after your first 90 days of incident-free attendance. You get a complimentary AAA membership. They have tuition reimbursement, paid holidays, all the things. So a great company to work for. They are only requiring a high school diploma or equivalent, and then you must be able to qualify, obtain, and maintain all applicable state licenses required for selling and or servicing Auto Club Group products. Again, they're not saying that being licensed is required. They're saying you must be able to qualify, obtain, and maintain a license if necessary. So our next role is just the full-time variation of that part-time role that we just looked at. So this will have the exact same description, exact same pay, same training class start date of July 13th and hours for that start time. And then as far as like your schedule, again, they'll just have those afternoon, evening, and weekend shifts available. But other than that, a very identical job description here. One's full-time, one's part-time. So we'll move on real quickly to our last role of the day, and that will be the remote insurance, customer sales, and service rep. And so in this role, the requirements are a little bit different. They do want you to attain all appropriate state property and casualty insurance sales licenses within 30 to 60 days from the start of licensing coursework. So this position would be more for those of you that either already have a license or that are working to get their license. Not necessarily required that you already be licensed, because they do have this possession of current property and casualty insurance sales license for appropriate state under the preferred section, so not really required. They also just want you to have experience working in a call center environment, working with home and or auto insurance products, and knowledge of auto and homeowners insurance terminology and explanation of coverages. All three of these are under the preferred qualifications, so none of that is required. And then finally, we do have our pay down here. It's a base rate of $21.75 an hour plus an uncapped incentive for sales, so commission. This is a customer support / sales role. And so that is our final job and company for the day. If you found this video helpful and like seeing entry-level and mid-range jobs like this, please consider subscribing, liking this video, and commenting to let me know you'd like to see more. And we'll see you again in next week's video.